Yes, people, welcome to another edition of interviews. And this interview, and many people see you doing sounds and this, but this is an actual boss. So when you interview bosses, you get to hear what bosses deal with. So we welcome, for all the way from Australia, Mr. Stick Maribo.
Give thanks, King. Yes, brother.
Blessed. Yes.
When we hear them introduction, them think you talk about somebody else, you know.
Yeah. So manners and respect, man, every time.
Yes, I. And the same to you, my king. Yes, king.
Yeah, man. Blessing. So which part of Australia are you based in?
Well, I'm in one of the coldest states, in Australia. Melbourne, Victoria. Yeah.
Okay.
At the moment, I think today is the 22nd, something like that. And it is really the middle of winter, the 21st today, because we're in the future. So anybody on the side of the UK or North America, it's still the 20th for you.
Could you give people a insight into who Stick Maribo is and what you do?
Yes, well, look, there's no secret about Stick Maribo. I'm from a little place in St. Thomas in Jamaica called York District. When you go to Morant Bay and you turn left at the roundabout and you head up towards Seafoot and Cedar Valley, after you pass all the banana plantation and sugarcane estates, then you find York District, and that's where I come from, yeah? But I've been living in Australia now for 28 years. So kind of more Aussie now than I was Jamaican, because I live here longer than I live in Jamaica. But we don't forget my roots, brother. Trust me.
True.
Yeah. So I'm here in Australia flying the Jamaican flag. I have been a DJ. I've been a chef. Everything Jamaican. If you say you want to know about Jamaica when you come to Melbourne, you have to ask a Stick. I'm not flying one flag just like that. Me I tell you, the Jamaican flag me I fly. See?
Facts.
Yes, sir.
So when you go carry on.
So I also do a lot of tours. I've toured quite a few Jamaican and English and European artists across the entire continent of Australia. And always promoting Jamaica and Jamaican culture, Jamaican music, and Jamaican food. Also have one of the biggest festivals in Australia for Jamaican culture called the Jamaican Music and Food Festival. And every year for the last 5 years in Melbourne. And it's well attended. And we have some big name artists come out to represent as well. So yeah, man, everything I go on good,
Yeah, that sounds interesting. So when you first arrived to Australia, how was the scene for you?
Well, I have to tell you the truth, I was the first 6 months in Australia, I was very depressed, because when I moved to Australia, them time there in the late 80s, I would walk around for days before I see next black man. There's white people everywhere, brother. Trust me, and Asian people. Everything smelled different. Everything tastes different. I didn't like the food. I didn't like the smell of just how the atmosphere smelled. Even when I went into the shops to buy clothes, I never see anything that was of the fashion that I was used to. And but I adapt because situation changed, and I left Jamaica because I was trying to get work, because there's no work in Jamaica. So it was really, really rough. Yeah, I wanted to go back home in the late 80s, but give thanks, I stick it out for real.
So at that time, was there any form of scene at all, like dance or reggae scene at all in Australia when you first arrived?
Yes, man. I come off the plane on a Tuesday night back in '89, And on Friday, I took all my records that I brought from Jamaica as a gift to give to my brother-in-law. I took them to a reggae club and asked the DJ if you'd play some of the music. It was the latest things coming out of Jamaica with Cutty Ranks, Shabba Ranks, Admiral Bailey, Professor Nuts, Pupa San, all of them brother there. And the DJ said to me, say, why don't you play them yourself? And I said, I'm not a DJ, brother. I just have the songs them. And the man said, show me how to DJ. So 2 days after arriving in Australia, I learned to DJ and get a job. The manager says to me at the end of DJing for 2 hours, where do you work? I said, I don't really work anywhere, you know. The man gave me a job. I DJ in that club for 10 years, brother.
Wow. Wow. So that would have been the first journey.
Yeah. We're talking about 1989, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, for 10 years, brother, in that one place every Friday and Saturday night. Reggae. Strictly reggae, the place was called as well, you know.
Okay. I said after that now, you found your home now. Your second home.
No, to be honest, after that I kind of lose my way a little bit, you know, because I was working in that place one night and the program director of a commercial radio station approached the manager and said, that guy have an amazing voice. I'd like to get him on the radio. And I said, do you play reggae? And he says, no, we don't play reggae, but, you know, we like your voice. So I said, well, I'm not interested. But in the end, when him offer me some money for come down at the radio station, I go down there and, yeah, I spent 7 years working in that radio station and I never play a reggae song. I was always playing pop music and soft rock. Okay. You know, and I moved from that radio station in 2000 to another radio station and worked there for 16 years playing pop music and, you know, occasionally doing the reggae gig here and there and, you know. Yeah. But in 2016, I decided that my heart is not full and I want to do what I set out to do at the beginning of arriving here. So I pick up back the flag and start run with it and leave all the jobs behind and start the promotion thing serious, you know?
And how was that transition like?
It was tough and it's still tough, you know. But not many promoter can say their very first artist is someone like Taurus Riley. So that was the first artist I actually bring to Melbourne and take him around Australia. And then after that, we have people like Bushman, Maccabee, General Levy, Mad Professor, you know, Itana. Yeah, man, Kimani Marley. Yeah, so I'm gonna do quite a few of them things right now. The thing very small, but it a grow, you see?
Yeah, you're putting in the works, for sure.
Yes, sir.
So a few years back, I think it was not 2 years or so ago, you kept a sound clash.
Yeah, the sound clash was in 2018. Yeah. Now, I grew up when, you know, Kilimanjaro and Creation. Actually, when I was living in Willowdene in Kingston, in St. Catherine, Jamaica, I could hear Creation playing with Papa San and Dirtsman on the mic from my bedroom, because when I try to sleep, the man there play out sound, yeah. So I grew up in the sound system thing long time, you know. So what means me decide say Australia really need a serious sound clash. So I bring in a whole heap of different sound from all part of Australia, from Byron Bay, from Perth, Sydney, Adelaide, and Victoria. And yeah, we have a 6 sound clash in one night. Look a violent start to it, but yeah, the thing it was epic.
Yeah. And how was that vibes to you? Was that the first sound clash really in Australia?
That wasn't the first sound clash in Australia, but it still is, and at the time was the biggest sound clash in Australia. You know, because I say I want to do it the way of me remember the man them do it at Jamaica. But the only thing we didn't, because we're trying to educate the people about how this whole thing works, we got a panel of judges instead of using just the crowd to dominate the judging process. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So because we have some homegrown sound system in Melbourne, and it would be unfair on the sounds coming from interstate to actually depend on the crowd, you know, to give them a prestige. So we had a panel of judges. All the boys are Jamaican, and one woman, she's African, but she's very up with our reggae music and sound.
Mm-hmm.
The winner of the Sound Clash. The Sound Clash, yo, Mr. The Sound Clash, people still talk about it. No, me enough man still a comment about it, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Because when I heard about it, it was like, wow, a clash in Australia, yeah, and I got the audio sent, and I was like, yeah. There's a scene, nice scene over there. So I have to congratulate you on that one there for sure.
Much respect, brother.
So we
had a clash organized as well for 2020, you know. But due to the coronavirus thing, we put it on pause because we're not sure what go on with the government and how them decide to make, you know, when things can open up again and 500 people can get together. Estimate.
True. So good luck. So that night of the clash, how the vibe you said you was trying to bring, what you know from Jamaica, did you manage to fulfill that? You think you saw that on the night?
Yes, I look. The clash was very entertaining. It had everything. It had drama. It had face the man attack on the mic and a diss other man, and it had an element of violence and it had an element of creativity, and the culture was very strong. It was all good fun. In the end, everybody was just friends, and we could all shake hands and split the rewards. You know, the culture. The sound system culture in Australia, the epicenter of it really is Melbourne. Melbourne is the reggae capital of Australia. I'm proud to say that. I mean, I have a little part to play in making it that way as well.
That's a good look for sure. Like, these people, a lot of people are gonna watch it, and they're gonna be totally surprised hearing Melbourne and Perth and all these places with sound systems.
Yo, there are some, you know, as you would know, there's two kind of sound system in the world right now. When I grew up in Jamaica in the 70s and the 80s, when you talk about a sound system, you have to have some big speaker boxes and some massive amplifiers and a crew.
Yeah.
Right now, you have enough sound system in Australia where it's just a two-man thing and them not a speaker. Them have them laptop and them have lots of MP3s and them have 500 dub plates where them pay $250,000 to get because they're not cheap.
Yeah.
And so now in this day and age, we have to include them as sound system as well. So there's some big sound systems here though, you know. Like there's a sound system that came out here in 1976, you know.
Yeah.
From the UK, and the guy live in Sydney with a massive sound system. We are talking about enough double 18 speakers with massive arms. But there are some, you know, in Melbourne alone, you can count about 10 physical actual sound system. And I talk about man with them laptop and them controller. I mean, I talk about man where only have one turntable and vinyl and amplifiers and speaker boxes. You know, I name a few. My brethren Adrian have a big wall called Adrian.
Man, big up Adrian Sword.
Yeah, and Hartical High Power. Yeah, big sound. But the biggest sound I believe in the country is a sound in South Australia, which is a place we call Adelaide. And it's called Hurt Shaker. And it's called Hurt Shaker for a reason, brother. Yo, that they sitting there with mash up all glass.
Wow. It's a heavy system.
Yeah, and Hurt Shaker by Milton. I think Hurt Shaker come from the UK as well, somewhere in London. One of the man bring everything across, you know.
Wow.
Yo, I have a big sound, you know, brother. Yes, I.
Yeah. So there's not only the dub plate culture, there's the real sound system essence over there as well then.
Yeah, man, you have the real sound system, man, with them big truck and them big crew, you know, and them travel around the place with them sound system, you know. The problem, I mean, this is not like Jamaica, you know. There's only a few places you can actually play a proper sound system before you start getting noise pollution complaints, you know.
Yeah.
So I look for the most remote and rustic areas along the harbor side and big warehouse spaces, and put the sound system in there and tell the sound man them say, listen, play it to your full capacity because that me you want to hear and that the people have come for here. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you come up against any fights? Like government, police, or in that sense of what you're doing in the culture?
Well, touch wood, you know, so far so good because I have a good name because of commercial radio, and I do everything by the books. And so far, you know, my last event, there were policemen lining up in their uniform in the food queue just to get some Jamaican jerk chicken.
Right.
And them could smell the smell of a nice aroma in the atmosphere, and they never care.
Yeah.
And they think they're illegal over here, so, but it was just pure good vibes. Nobody was fighting. Not a single person has ever been arrested or thrown out of my event, and there's never been any fights.
That's
because good vibes all around.
Yeah. And you're talking big numbers of crowds and.
Well, we last year we had General Levy as the headliner and Mad Professor, both of them on the same bill.
Yeah.
And we had 9,000 people in a venue that can hold 10,000 people. So you know what's the thing around.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pure good vibes. People never want to leave.
So what time did the events finish over there?
Well, most of my events, like all of the Jamaican Music and Food Festival, is a daytime event, and it is built mainly around the cuisine and the music and the culture. Okay. We give them a big part of every little thing, eh?
Yeah.
And that is a 10-hour event, so we open up like 12 o'clock and we're finishing up at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
When we have club gigs, it depends on the club. Most clubs have a license up to 1 o'clock for live music. And then there are some other clubs, depending on where they're situated, they might have an extension of their time to about 3 a.m. We always use up any amount of time we can to have a dance. So if the venue closes at 3, we now stop till 5 minutes to 3.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the people that are getting a good part of the culture, then they're getting fed over there.
Yeah, yo, like I said to you, you know, Melbourne is the reggae capital of Australia. And the thing is, the people them in Melbourne, mainly, them understand. A lot of them go to some fest and a lot of them go to reggae cruise. And yeah, so them, and majority of them have been to Jamaica and experienced things from the ground. So, you know, and then we have some very powerful radio stations here that, you know, plays reggae music constantly. Jesse I has a show on PBS every Saturday called Babylon Burning, and then Rico on a Friday with Rhythm Yard, and strictly reggae from Yard, brother. Nothing, no carbon copy thing, you know.
Okay, and is that on legal radio station out there?
We don't have no pirate radio stations in Australia, you know.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I'd love to run one, but I don't know the technology.
Yeah.
And they will shut you down. They will shut you down because it's a big place, but you can't hide because as a lot of people think Australia is very big. Yes, it is as you look at the land mass, but not much of it you can actually live on because more than half of Australia is pure desert land with no water. So people kind of live near. I live on the east coast of Australia, so along the water edge, all the way back to New South Wales and up to North Queensland, you know. And then you have Western Australia, where it's like a 3-day drive for me from Melbourne to the west. And between Melbourne and the west is just the Northern Bore, which is red dirt, no trees, no kangaroos, nothing.
Good.
In terms of where people can live, it's a small place.
Yeah. So everything has to be above board for sure.
Yes, you can't hide, man. If you, especially as a black man, they will find you too.
Yeah.
Enough for we there.
Yeah. But it's good to hear that you're totally accepted over there. Like you're in the position where you're accepted, and a lot of people out of their comfort zone, like coming from Jamaica and then coming to, like most people leave Jamaica, they go to UK or they go to US, but to go to Australia now, I have to congratulate you of what you've achieved. Okay, so it's not an easy road for sure.
Yeah, well, you know, when I arrived in Australia, I only get, first of all, I was greeted by just love and acceptance, you know. In fact, Australia has a saying where they say, "See you later." And literally, I thought the woman that was checking me in at immigration back in 1989 was planning to see me later, because I was young and, you know, my prime, thinking maybe she was interested. But saying, "See you later, have a great day." And today I still get that when I'm parting ways with Australian people. You know, Australia has its dark history, and you know, like every country where Europeans colonize, you know, there is a darkness and a history of violence and a history of wrongdoings, you know. But education is the key. And as you know, in this time of unrest and how the world is going, Australia really need to stand up on a whole and recognize so them have a pass, and you know, we can move forward. You see me? Yes, sir.
True. So since the COVID and this current climate, how did it affect Australia? Not with just the COVID, like with the Black Lives Matter and everything like that. Did it have any effect in Australia?
Yes, man. Well, I've got grown-up kids now. I've got 4 children, and the youngest one is 20. And the 5 of us and my 2 girls and their partners, we went to the Black Lives Matter rally, march along with the other 40,000 people during the COVID-19 lockdown. And I say, some things are worth dying for, you know?
Yeah.
You can't just be silent, because silence is just one of the things that why things don't change.
True.
You know? And so from me, I step out there, I'm a similar youth, them I step out there because I feel them place this now. Them are the future, them born, them don't know Jamaica.
True.
They've been to Jamaica, but them are not Jamaicans, them are Aussie. So they are the ones I have to support them, because they see that things need to change, not just in the USA and in the UK and in Canada. Everything needs to change right around the world. Anywhere a nation was colonized by another nation, including Australia, things have to change, because if it don't change, it remain the same. You see?
True.
Yeah. But with the COVID-19 thing, though, it mashed up a whole heap of things. You know, like this year, I don't see how my festival is actually gonna go ahead. I'm planning something smaller for about February, because I just don't think that 10,000 people will be allowed to congregate in one space. So I'll be looking to do something for about 1,000 people where we can actually keep our distance. I mean, I like the social distance logo. I call it anti-social stand. Because, you know, socialize with nobody, you have to stand up a half a meter and a half from the next man and them things. And human beings, you know, we all need to hug and kiss and cuddle, because we're not animals, you know, so that can't last for too long. And the next thing is, brother, you see, I'm not reckless and I'm not careless, and I'm not going to put myself in danger. But I have a philosophy that if you're meant to drown, you will never get hit by a car and die. So if I'm supposed to die by coronavirus, that's my destiny. You see me?
Yeah.
So that's where it sits with me. I don't really worry too much about the thing, and I don't want to go out into general public and bring a virus into my house. So for that reason, I obey the laws of the lockdown and stay inside. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So how do you think the industry for you will stand up afterwards now? COVID's finished. What will be the plans to get the place?
Right now, it's a wait and see kind of situation now. But the good thing is there are quite a few young, up and coming, talented Australian musicians in the genre, playing reggae music, singing reggae music, dancing, dancehall style. And we have enough talent in Melbourne to not include any other state and still be able to put on a decent festival in February. In February, I don't believe that I'll be booking any internationals because if things change, it has to change drastically so that when you get off the plane, you don't have to quarantine for 2 weeks. And when you go back home, you don't have to quarantine for 2 weeks. Cause that's a whole month.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to pay you to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But I know people hanging out to go out, so this thing will clear up and we'll go back to some kind of normality at some time.
Yeah.
And reggae music have a message, Reggae music have a message for the people, so the people they want the message and people come out.
True. So you stuck a pin on some of the reggae artists over there, artist-wise now. How would you see that scene?
To be honest, Australia really need to find their own reggae vibe. I'll give you an example. New Zealand has a reggae vibe. They have their own reggae sound. They actually have lots of reggae bands that can bring out big numbers in New Zealand. Australia really don't have that because to date, what Australia does with reggae is try to play something of another band they've heard before. You have some band, you hear them and they sound like they want to sound like Third World, and you hear some bands they want to sound like the Black Seed, and you hear some bands that they want to sound like Michael Rose and Black Uhuru. But Australia, on a whole, don't have their own reggae sound, and anytime we arrive at that point where you get and the biggest problem with that, let me continue, is that there's no foundation musician who grew up playing reggae and has the accent and plays the way all Jamaicans would play it. Most musicians here are well trained classically and they actually can read music and write it and play it. But as you know already, reggae music is more like as a feeling, and a culture. It's very hard to copy. You have to feel it. And we're gonna struggle here in Australia for a while because, every time I go out and listen to a local reggae band, 2 or 3 songs I'm ready to leave because they sound like a whole heap of saucepan in a cupboard burning over outside,
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's Maxi Priest's son is out here at the moment, and he's a very talented singer, and hopefully it's a start of something good because I'm staying in very close contact with him, and he's doing some good work. He have the talent, and he can direct, so he can direct some musicians how to play the thing right,
Yeah. So is these songs getting played on radio?
Yes, man. Marvin Priest is getting some good airplay at the moment, because he's born with a history there, and apart from all of that, the youth have talent.
Yeah, for sure. I have to big up Lionface, aka Babyface, because I see him pushing his career in USA as well.
Yes,
he premiered one of his songs the other day.
Well, Marvin live in my neighborhood, so hopefully it's the start of something good. I'm excited about that. Yes, sir.
That's a good look, and it's always good that the younger generations are coming into it now as well. It's not just our age, a big man them or whatever. It's enough of the youths them are coming through as well.
Yeah, man. Right now, all the big man them, you know, like the man them when me come here come meet from yard and the ones that will come shortly after me. We just stand back now and push the youths them forward, you know, and support them and promote them and help out in any way we can with some guidance, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we play the thing's good. I like my little corner. I like my little corner with me, you know.
and the chef business going good as well.
Well, you know, I quit cooking as a chef long time ago. And the only time I cook is at home. But
Okay.
I've been making a series of I'm kind of documenting some recipes by video because you know I've got a little granddaughter and she loves cooking, and so I'm teaching her to cook everything that my mother used to cook. Every weekend we make a video and we cook a different dish. Actually, a few hours ago before you and I started talking, I just made coconut oil from scratch and show her the process, you know? So, yeah, man. So I cook at home, and when the festival is on, I will do some demonstration. I'll DJ and cook at the same time and tell people what I'm cooking, and then they can sample all the food. But I don't cook in a commercial space anymore. I do some pop-ups from time to time, to be honest. Last year I did about 4 pop-ups every quarter. I'll set up in somebody's restaurant and take it over for a day and do 2 courses and just cook strictly Jamaican. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so good look. Good look. So for some of the people who might have missed that part, just name some of the artists that you brought over to Australia.
Yeah, so, well, some of the artists that we bring come over here now. Mad Professor, Maccabee, General Levy, Itana, Taras Riley, Bushman. Yeah, man, the list grows and grows and grows. Yeah.
So in the next 10 years, where would you like to see Australia scene?
Yeah, so in the next 10 years, I'd really like to have a Jamaican music and food festival in at least 4 states in Australia. We can go to Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, and Byron Bay. So Byron Bay is on the east coast of New South Wales, between New South Wales and Queensland. And Byron Bay is like a tourist hotspot. Everybody in Byron Bay is almost from Europe. So it's like they're all hippies. Everybody up there is always on the Bob Marley medical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in 10 years from now, I really like to see the numbers of people going out to reggae events and sound system events, double or triple. Because I find with the last sound clash we had with about 400 people, about 200 of the people in the venue still didn't connect with what we were doing. You know, they don't understand the banter. They don't understand that the dissing of the man and the mic to the next man is all just fun. And you know, it's like a stage show. It's like Australian Idol with a tweet. And at the end of the day, we're all friends, and some people in the audience don't really understand.
So I see that we're gonna have to have a reggae university, sound system university over there to teach them.
Yeah, you know, it would be nice to have a forum to do that for real. It'd be nice to have a forum where people can ask questions and learn about the concept, you know. Because the sound, as you know, people who own sound system, you know, there's a different breed of people, you know. Yeah, man, it's like you can't tell a man how to string up him sound and how much put on the Twitter and how which way to turn the box. If I just leave them alone, when we book a sound system, we just book him, we agree on a fee, and I walk away, and the show is his. I don't tell him what to play, when to play, how to play. That's
true.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Crazy. Is there anything else you want the world to know about Australia scene and you yourself, Stick Mariba?
Yeah, man. Look, you know, if you ever get the opportunity to come to Australia, please do, because Australia is a nice, welcoming, laid-back country. My friend Winston, who lived in London for 35 years before he moved to Australia, says Australia currently in its form is like England in the 60s and the 70s, where everything was more laid back. And it's not that we're out of date, but we're not up to the standard. We're not up to the time and everything else like Europe and North America. So Australia is a nice place right now for families. And yeah, if you ever come to Australia, make sure you seek out reggae events and support them, and you know, just turn up, because it's a small community, and it needs to grow because there's message in the music, and the culture is very rich. Yes, I.
Mad, mad, mad. I have to say once again, I have to congratulate you on who you are and what you've achieved, because it's not easy. It's not easy. I know this thing. So for you to be achieved what you've achieved, it's a good look, man. Trust me.
Yeah, look, I'm a lucky guy too, you know. I've been very lucky from birth. And, you know, when I speak with Maccabee, I tell Maccabee that he should really do some spoken word tours, because he's a very big inspiration for me. And the way he speaks, I listen to Maccabee talk all the time. And I say, you know, it's not luck, it's just a vibe. This is your journey, and this is your destiny. And you have been given the key to open up certain doors, and you have to do it. So, you know, I'm small. The thing's small, and I say I am the most removable part of my empire, because my children, though their mother is from Sri Lanka, or she was born in Australia, but her parents are Sri Lankans. My kids have embraced the Jamaican culture, and they are gonna take it and drive it. With or without me, even after I've left this part of the world, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we're small, but we're growing, and everything big starts small, isn't it?
True. Fast
Yes,
facts.
yes, I.
Yeah. Brother, I say it's been a pleasure, a real pleasure, start to give the world an insight. All over the world will know about you and your business today, because it's needed, man. Because as I said, there's many hidden places and a culture. Look, the amount of things you've said is going on, artists flying over, even artists from UK and this and that. A lot of these things are not known, and they have to be documented because you're putting in the works.
Yes, I. This is the truth, you know. Yeah, and so if you wanna pick up on some Jamaican cuisine, you can check my YouTube channel. It's just Stick Maribo, and cooking Jamaican style, cooking with a stick.
Man. That's the name of it, cooking with a stick.
Cooking with a stick. There are a few recipes up there, and a few videos of the methods and stuff. Yeah, man. So
yeah,
if you love food, if you love Jamaican food, I'm not saying that this is it. I'm saying this is it for me. This is. I take my mother and my grandmother's recipes, and I give them a little bit of a twist, my own twist. Yes, King.
Yeah, and it's all one. It's all part of the culture, so it all works hand in hand.
Yeah, man. Yes, I. Reggae music and food, man. Sound system culture. Big up.
Man. Anyone you want to big up?
Yes, I want to big up all of the people across the UK, and my sister over there, Pepper Hearts, and big up yourself, and the young warlord is a musician coming up, my nephew, big up on yourself, saying, big up man like General Levy and Mad Professor and Joe Ariwa and Maccabee and yeah, James and all of the crew, because you don't know, say, yo, we're family, you see it? Yeah, our family and blood strong. We're not left out each other, so we stay. Yes, I.
Mad thing, mad. So I want to say thank you. I want to big up every sound in Australia, Adrian's Wall, and all the sounds that you've been bigging up. Big up all the sounds, them. I hope to see you soon. really soon after this COVID and everything brush away, we can get back to normality and start putting on some events and stuff.
Yeah, man, you have a link and yeah, we see what we can do, you know, so we can go on. Cause, you know, so you're like a university for the sound system thing, you know, so we
Yeah,
need
man,
you over
most
here.
definitely, brother, most definitely.
Yes, King.
Respect once again, people. Stick Maribo. Salute.
Big up.
Big up, big up. Respect.
Yes, King. Bless.